Hey there guys, and welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy XIII. In the last episode we crashed and landed on the Cocoon Deadlands at the Vile Peaks, and we made our way through them a little bit, and now we are just at the save point shortly into the Vile Peaks, right after we meet back up with Hope. So right now I'm just going to go ahead and spend some Crysterium points so it makes our battle a little bit easier. Through here, we've already maxed out the Synergist as far as it can go at the moment for Saz. So I'm just gonna get this HP plus 20. Saboteur is maxed out for Vanille. And I'm right at the end of her medic roll. And for Hope, we can go ahead and progress him on the medic path. And then we're going to develop him as a Synergist. Got him very close to being maxed out on his Synergist roll. And all that'll be left is Ravager. Alright, so with all that taken care of, let's go ahead and proceed through the Vile Peaks. Shortly ahead, you'll run into another Pulse Work soldier. Adios to that guy. Go ahead and jump up the cliff and continue on. Here you'll fight some new enemies, the Incubus.
Let's put these babies to work.
There's 2 of them, but they're nothing that you can't handle.
Follow the old guy's lead.
Well, that wasn't scary at all.
Upon vanquishing them, go ahead and continue up the path.
Isn't that
a warship from Pulse?
You mean they made it this far?
No, of course not. Not during the war, and not since. They might have tried, but none of their forces made it into Cocoon. They only damaged the outer rim. Then the Sanctum's Fal'Cie pushed them back. What'd you, sleep through history?
More or less. So, what's a ship from Pulse doing here?
Once the war was over, people couldn't live near the rim anymore, in places like the Hanging Edge. So the Fal'Cie, they gathered up scrap from Pulse and used it for rebuilding here. This is what was left. A bunch of garbage.
Who'd have thunk? A Pulse Fal'Cie and who knows what mixed in with all the trash.
Who'da thunk?
Alright, after the short scene, go ahead and continue up the path.
Do me a favor. Stop wandering off and stay where I can keep my eye on you.
You got several different ways you can take here. Let's start off by going right, and taking care of the Incubus enemies.
Changing the play. Hold it together.
After taking care of those guys, continue around the circle. And then jump up over on the right hand side. Here you'll have to take out 2 pulse work soldiers. Or a pulse work soldier and an Incubus. Let's take care of that Incubus guy first. Heal up, and we'll work on the pulse work soldiers.
Changing gears.
After pastering them enemies, go ahead and continue along the path. Jump up a couple cliffs. And you'll run into a couple more enemies.
Bobbing and weaving. I owe you. Follow the hook.
Alright, so you can begin to see how annoying it is not having a commando, because you constantly drop the stagger bar. So that's why it is very, very important. I hope you guys see why it's important to have a commando. Okay, after the battle, go ahead and take the left path, and it'll lead up to 2 treasure balls and a save point. The first one has a tuft of Phoenix down, and the other one has a metal armband. Then you can go ahead and save your game as well. Yeah, it takes a really long time not having any commandos. That just goes to show how important it is to include a commando in your paradigms when you're trying to stagger an enemy. After you've got the treasure balls and saved your game, continue along the path until you cross a small bridge.
Come to pop.
And on the other side, you'll have a fight with 3 incubuses. After taking them out, go ahead and continue and jump up a small cliff. Here you'll find another pulsework soldier, a succubus, and an incubus. Let's go ahead and take out that pulsework soldier very quickly. can take out the succubus.
Hold it together.
By the way, the succubus will cast Deep Protect on your characters, making them take more damage. So that's why it's pretty important to take out the succubus first, because when your characters have Deep Protect, they will take massive amount of damage compared to normally. Deep Protect is a very nasty status effect, by the way. But once you've cleared the path of enemies, jump over the debris
Hope snow's alright.
and keep following the path. Here you'll run into 2 pulse work soldiers. Ugh, it's gonna be a long fight. Alright, after getting them out of the way, you can push forward. Here you'll find a save point, and then shortly up ahead the destination marker.
Hey, welcome to the party.
You miss us?
Would it kill her to smile?
Alright.
Time to move.
So after the short scene, Lightning will jump back in the party. And yeah, we have a commando now, so hopefully these battles aren't going to be that long and dreadful.
Okay.
Go ahead and continue along the path. And you'll fight 2 more pulse work soldiers. Now let's
Can't we
look at
just
the
talk this
difference,
over?
how quick this battle goes by with lightning in the party. Now, if you look at the stagger gauge, you see how slowly it is decreasing? That's because of Commando. Extremely useful. Commandos is very, very, very important. You can start to see how much easier this is. Go ahead and carry on over a small bridge and swerve off to the right. Time to smash out some more enemies.
Just as I was getting used to things. Ha!
Well, that wasn't scary at all.
Jump up the small cliff for the next set of enemies.
And good night.
Well, that wasn't scary at all.
Alright, so that takes care of the final enemies in this area. Go ahead and examine the machine.
Go. Nothing to it.
Doing good.
Shortly up the steps, you'll find another save point. But we're gonna ignore it for now because there's one more save point closer up. After taking out the enemy group just up the newly formed bridge, go ahead and look into one of the doorways and you'll find a treasure ball on the right hand side that contains a libroscope.
Come on, let's go.
Come to Papa. Ha!
Further up ahead, you have more enemy regiments to take out.
Time to get serious.
Alright, so if you took the right path and you fought the enemies, you can open up the treasure ball for an ember ring, which is resist fire elemental damage by 20%. After you've got that, go ahead and continue along the path.
Hurry up.
And shortly up ahead, you'll find a save point. And this is the save point where we're going to save our game. And with that, that's going to conclude this episode of Let's Play Final Fantasy XIII.
That is?
I'll see you guys on the next episode where we head even further into the Vile Peaks.